Nobody talks about this, and it's easily the most underrated factor in Rivals. The factor I'm talking about is game sense. You might wonder, why is game sense so important in arena shooter where aim and movement dominate? Well, here's the truth. Aim and movement might win you fights, but game sense is what gets you into winnable situations in the first place. In this video, I will break down 4 key mechanics of game sense that almost nobody's implementing properly. I will also show you practical examples so you can start improving today. Make sure to stay until the end because the last factor ties everything together. You won't get it right without the first 3. Before we start, I have a quick announcement. Memberships are now live on the channel. There are 3 levels with different perks, from member-only content to exclusive one-on-one coaching and lobby priority in future videos or streams. I have also added custom ranks that upgrade the longer you're a member, so who's going to be the first nemesis? If you can't afford it, no worries. A simple like or sub is more than enough. Also, I will leave my Discord server in the description and pinned comment. Grab the role in there if you want to be part of my future videos. I will post more details in announcements. Alright, let's get into it. Situational awareness is your ability to understand everything happening around you in real time. It's not just reacting to what's in front of you. It's about recognizing sound cues, predicting rotations, and picking up on your opponent's habits. Here's an example. In 1v1s, I have seen countless players run the exact same push every round. Warhorn, slide of the ledge, sight to the middle pillar. Sure, it looks flashy, but once it becomes predictable, it's basically free kills for the opponent. You can punish it with a grenade, pre-aim the landing spot, or wait from a different angle and catch them off guard. The key here is not just reacting, but anticipating. Sound plays a massive role too. Footsteps tell you if someone's sprinting aggressively or creeping to surprise you. Reloads tell you they're vulnerable. Even fake abilities can give away a position. For example, if someone fake sights, you will hear the sound and know exactly which part of the map they're on. Most players ignore this, but if you tune into audio, you can track and punish people without ever seeing them. Situational awareness is basically abusing all the information available. If you only rely on vision, you're playing with half your toolkit. But once you combine visuals, sound, and habits, you start predicting fights instead of just reacting to them. If awareness is what's happening, map knowledge is where it's happening. You can't outplay someone if you don't know the map. Map knowledge is more than knowing spawns. It's about understanding strong angles, common rotations, safe cover, and risky peaks. Take Arena for example. It's the most played map, but if that's the only one you grind, you're handicapping yourself. Ranked has a map rotation. If you're lost outside Arena, you're at a huge disadvantage. So how do you improve map knowledge? Private servers. Queue solo, set unlimited time, and just explore. Learn all the corners, sightlines, and trick jumps. Try grenade boosts, wall sights, anything that might give you creative plays. Casual practice. Even if you can't queue other maps in 1v1s, hop into ranked or friend lobbies. You will get exposure whether you win or lose. Study others. Watch YouTubers or top players on less common maps. Pay attention to how they rotate, where they peek from, and what areas they control. The goal is to reduce thinking time. If you know maps deeply, you stop wasting brain power on figuring out where to go mid-round. You will rotate faster, hold better positions, and read enemies more effectively. Map knowledge also lets you set traps. For an example, if you know opponents always rotate on top of the wall, you can just pre-nade it or wait at an off angle. That kind of predictive play isn't possible if you only half know the map. This one separates casuals from serious players. Resource management is how you use your ammo, utilities, and cooldowns. A lot of players waste everything instantly, throwing grenades, boosting, and reloading at the worst possible times. That's fine at lower levels, but if you want to win consistently, you need discipline. Let's start with grenades. Most people only use them for movement, but they're just as valuable for finishing kills. If you have tagged someone for 75 HP and know their position, don't chase them. Just throw a grenade and secure the round. Same tool, different mindset. Now ammo. Guns like the AR don't have much in a mag. If you miss a few bullets, suddenly you can't finish a kill. And if you reload in the open, you're asking to be punished. The better option is to swap to your secondary, use cover, and only reload when you're safe. How do you know when it's safe? That's where awareness comes in. Listen for how close your enemy is. If they're pushing, keep your gun up. If they're far, just reload and reposition. Cooldowns matter too. Don't blow all your abilities at the start of the round. Keep one tool available for emergencies. For example, if you're cornered, that one cooldown might save the round. Think of your resources like insurance. You don't need to use everything immediately. The players who manage resources well always look like they have more options. That's because they do. It's not luck, it's just discipline. This is the big one. Tactical decision making ties everything together. It's about making the right call in the the moment. Do you push, do you fall back, rotate, or hold? Let me give you an example. Say you're low HP. Your ego tells you, okay, I'm better, I can still win this duel. But smart decision making says, fall back, kill, reposition, and fight on your terms. Most deaths in Rivals don't happen because of bad aim, they happen because of bad decisions. Good decision making also means knowing when to use time as a weapon. You don't always need to chase kills. Sometimes playing the clock forces your opponent into a bad move. But here's the catch. Tactical decision depends on the other three factors. Without awareness, you won't know what's happening. Without map knowledge, you will rotate wrong. And without resource management, you will run out of tools. All of these feed into decision making. If you're struggling with positioning, check out my other video on 4 positional mistakes you don't realize you're making. I will put it in the top right corner for you to click on. Positioning is a huge part of making good decisions. The bottom line, decision making is about turning information into action. Anyone can hit shots, but the players who consistently win rounds are the ones making the smartest choices under pressure. So which of these 4 factors do you struggle with the most? Awareness, map knowledge, resource management, or decision making? Comment down below and I will give you a quick tip. Remember, game sense isn't built overnight. You can't just watch one guide and master it. But if you actively practice these habits, you will improve way faster than players who only grind aim and movement. If you enjoyed the video, check out memberships for extra perks, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next Rivals guide.